Welcome to Splatalot.
And welcome to today's brave young warriors. They're the good guys.
And these are the bad guys whose mission it is to stop the good guys from claiming the much-treasured Splatalot crown.
Will the evil defenders keep the noble attackers at bay and preserve their kingdom, or will the attackers reign victorious?
So who will tumble, who will tilt, who will teeter, and who will go Splat? Hello, welcome one and welcome all to Splatalot. We are Dick and Don.
Welcome indeed to our medieval Splatfest. Now, you know what a lot of people ask us?
To wash more frequently?
What? No. Well, I mean, yes, I do. No, not that. Look, a lot of people ask us if Splatalot is actually a fake place. Well, of course it's not fake.
It's as genuine as we are.
I don't think it's a convincing argument, really. But no, it is definitely real, and it's also definitely in Canada. So it's not like you just hop on the bus, right?
No. Here's the other real thing about Splatalot, the challenges, and the first of those is the Moat. The course itself is hard enough, but it's also against the clock. Only the fastest 6 will survive and move on to the next round.
Which is the Stockade. Our remaining 6 attackers must escape from this foam-filled prison, but only 4 will succeed and make it through to the final.
This is where we really find out who's got what it takes, because at the end of this round, one of them will be wearing that crown.
Well, you know, it's very comfy. I tried it on when you were in makeup.
That's outrageous.
What? Do you think they'll lock me up?
No! I mean, I don't need any makeup.
Yes, right, of course. So let's check out round 1 in more detail. We begin with the pungent plank. It's a plank and it whisks a bit.
That leads to the terrifying rolling mace with its sharp, pointy bits.
The impossible incline is next. Then the beastly battle axes which chop you to bits.
If you survive that, then you can cross the rope bridge of disaster, where you can rest for a bit.
Before balancing on the debilitating disc. And no, I've run out of bits.
Pity. Well, I've saved the best bit to last. Here's the gang with all the nasty bits, the Defenders. She's all blue, but she's not sad. She's just bad. It's the shadowy Shaden. Next, it's the heartless Tartan Archer, Ballista. And Scab completes the lineup for round 1.
This round takes brawn and brains.
And Scab!
Well, the defenders all look lethal in their own way, but I'm sure the attackers will once more prove superior.
That's fighting talk, that. Game on.
Here's our first attacker.
I am pumped up!
Dagger Derek is pumped up, but also watered down, thanks to Ballista.
You may be pumped up, Derek, but we're gonna take you down!
Sounds like Ballista is the one pumped up.
We have a Derek on our hands. Yes. I'm well. I'm actually in a very good mood today.
Scab is in a good mood. That can't be good for the attackers. Oh, dear. Not good at all.
Now, in football, attackers are often accused of taking a dive. But isn't that what Derek's just done? Actually, it was more of a giant splat-piddly-pat.
Hey, Derek, the path to the crown is treacherous.
Oh, Sid getting all mystical, but she's not wrong. The incline is indeed treacherous.
It's more treacherous than a teacher accused of treason covered in treacle for no reason.
You do know that makes no sense whatsoever, don't you?
Oh, it's never a good idea to rile Scab, and the other defenders won't like it either. Shaden is vaporizing Derek just when he least needs it.
Good job, Shaden!
Oh, yeah.
Derek battles on. The rope bridge is next, but so is Ballista.
Derek, I'm so glad I got to meet you today.
It's a charm offensive.
What's wrong, Derek? You don't want to be friends?
Oh, cop for that. See, charming, then offensive.
You know, something tells me Ballista doesn't make friends all that easily. Now, Derek concentrating hard on the debilitating disc. Oh, splat flaps! Oh, raw, that's pretty much guaranteed to break anyone's concentration.
That's what the defenders do. They channel their rage, not to mention their water cannons.
But Derek finishes and sets the benchmark time at 5:20.
Up next, or down next, is Tamia.
I like pineapple on my pizza!
Tamia! Hi, I'm Scab. This is my weapon.
Uh-oh.
We've got a screamer.
And Scab screams and sprats Tamir into the Moat wallop!
The nice thing about Scab is that he always gets to the point. You always know what he's thinking.
Which is more than Scab does.
Yell it! Yeah!
It's a clever tactic from Tamir. Be nice to Scab and he'll be... Oh, well, forget it.
Tamir may have a crush on Scab. Scab just wants to crush Tamir.
Yes, breaking up is hard to do, especially when you're falling off an oversized axe in a medieval game show.
Tamia, is it okay?
Ah, he does care.
Best of friends, but is it the best of times for Tamir?
Purple porcupine!
Here's Christine with a capital K.
You must know when you come here, you're gonna get wet.
And that's the Moat with a capital Splat.
Hello, attacker.
Oh, Scab isn't on first-name terms with Christine. Splunker! And quite rightly, she turns her back on him.
Well, Scab did splat her with a paintball. That's about as polite as the big guy gets.
Hey, Christine! Last night we had the Splat Awards, and I won Most Valuable Defender.
Oh, yes, what a great night. And pleased to show us just what she won. Sploosh!
No, I didn't get an invite.
Didn't you? Oh. And Christine finishes in 3:14. Certainly pacier than any of the speeches last night.
So, who won the Best Splatalot Presenter Award?
Let's just say we came second.
But we present it. Best Splatalot Presenter, Scab.
I'm not going to argue with him. OK, as you missed it, let's pretend we're hosting the Splatty Awards.
Orangeville does not grow oranges!
Well, that's quite an acceptance speech there from Dylan, who's not receiving the red carpet treatment down the impossible incline. The paparazzi will have a field day.
The Best Supporting Splat Award goes to Adam.
My shout-out is to my friend Josh, Julian, and my twin brother Alex.
Clever, always thank your friends and family.
Oh, I suppose we should give all the attackers some credit for performing their own stunts.
Absolutely. And now, picking up the Lifetime Achievement Award for services to splatting, it's Tiana.
Chickens are gonna rule the world!
What separates the stars of the splatter screen from the rest of us is their effortless grace and natural poise.
She has also been nominated for Best Dunk on the Debilitating Disc.
She started well with a fine rope grip, but in the end she just couldn't hang on. This really has to be one of the hardest obstacles on the course. Sloppy Poppy.
Here's fellow nominee Dylan. She also started well and even managed to ease herself forward, but in the end the balancing act was just too tough. Nominica's Papa Splat.
And the final nominee is Adam. He had the added distraction of a particularly focused ballista. The combination of water, slippery surfaces and gravity led to one simple outcome. A splat in the moat.
And the award goes to
Adam with a start time of 6 minutes 12, followed by a stellar performance from Dylan with 7:12 and a fine supporting role from Tiana with 7:30.
So we're halfway through round one. Christine leads with 3:14, and Tiana's 7:30 is the time to beat in order to advance to the Stockade.
So we've got 6 more attackers for Scary Scab to shout and scream at.
Yeah, maybe they'll give him something to shout about.
Well, whatever happens, they'll be screaming, shouting and splatting.
Still to come, we've got the Stockade.
Followed by the grand finale, where one of our attackers will be crowned the new king or queen of Splatalot. But right now, we're halfway through round 1.
We still have 6 more attackers waiting to attempt the Moat challenge, so it's about to get very interesting.
You see, only the fastest 6 will go through to the next round.
Here are the times for the first 6 attackers. Christine is the fastest star so far, but Tiana might fail her audition, with the time to beat of 7:30.
But with Scab still on the Splatzuka, Shaded on the Vapor Pistols, and Ballista on the Water Cannon, that time might be good enough.
There's only one way to find out.
Fast forward.
What? No. Let the second half begin. Attacker number 7 is Matt.
I want a monkey!
How peculiar. Splodge! Oh, again! Oh, I think Matt's gonna splat his way around this course.
Matthew, allow me to introduce myself. I am Scab.
Ooh, that was quite a thwack.
Do not give me that look. Ah!
Oh, how many times it never pays to answer back.
Kanafa splatty you angles.
Now, Scab only has 2 emotions, angry and furious. If you look him in the eyes like Matt did, then you're going down. End of.
Now has Matt learnt his lesson with Shaden?
That's it, one step at a time.
Oh, Scroggage, Matt the Splat. Well, as always, the battle axes usually require the attacker's full concentration and usually produce that kind of result.
Remember Tiana's time to beat of 7:30? Well, Matt hasn't been it, so he's not going through. Tough splats! Here's Carolina.
Carolina!
What?
Scab, Carolina!
Thanks for clearing that up, Scab.
Splat stuck in your Carolina. That was a good shot by me, wasn't it?
You're on fire today, Scab.
And right on cue, Scab-proof Shaden right. Even the Splatalot cameras are not safe today. Look what happened. Oh.
The crew better hurry up and clean it, otherwise Scab will splat them too. The Mooney's in.
And he's still splatting. This man is a... With Scab's high heels.
Right, and at 5:28, Carolina is currently safe.
I'm gonna save the princess and look good doing it.
Princess?
Well, it's a castle with a moat. There's probably a princess in there somewhere.
I like it. Let's rethink the whole show, shall we? Level 1, collect all 7 splatteroons.
Splatteroons?
Splatalot currency.
Right.
Then clear the mace and avoid these splat kabooms.
Stop, let's just get back to the proper contest. There's no princess, but here's the next best thing.
Balista's time to shine.
Balista, not so much princess, more evil, scary bringer of misery and failure.
But whatever game Jamie had in his head, it worked because he's through.
Time for our next attacker, Ryan.
I want my newspaper back!
Just buy another one. It's much easier.
We've got a quick one on our hands.
He really does want that paper back. Poodles!
He won't be making the headlines if he doesn't get a move on. This fall has cost him a lot of time.
He's reached the debilitating disc, which means he's also in range of Balista. But he's hanging on.
And fall he does. Look, if Balista tells you to clean your room, you'll do it.
But is Ryan clean through? 553. Well, it can be beat.
Here's JC.
I like to party!
Then you've come to the wrong place, JC dear, because there are no butterfly cakes and cucumber sandwiches out there.
What kind of parties do you go to?
The point is, the course is no picnic, look.
Ah, right, yes, I see. And I think JC has already established that for herself.
Hello. Welcome to the biggest party of your life.
I don't think Shaden will ever make it in the party entertainment business.
Oh, hello.
Goodbye.
Well, hello, goodbye, bonsoir, or auf Wiedersehen. It's a splat in any language.
And that's a victory dance in any language, because at the moment she's through.
Oh, well, if she does go through, Balista's going to be waiting for her. Here's our final attacker. It's Courtney.
No jellyfish can mess with this mango.
I've got no comeback for that one.
The trouble is, neither's Courtney. One thing's for sure, her mango has certainly been messed with now. Mango fritters.
Well, she's back up for now, and despite Scam's attention, she heads down the incline. But, oh, she's overshot, and down she goes dirty water.
Well, if you look at this more closely, you'll see that a trailing right foot is all that it takes to send Courtney off balance and into the jerk chicken.
Courtney now has to hurry up. She only has about 20 seconds left, with a debilitating disc still to go.
No one has made a clean crossing today, but she needs to.
Come on, Courtney! Oh, that won't help, but Courtney's almost there!
Time's running out!
Can I get her?
No, you didn't! And Courtney is... She's through! She's in the top 6!
The mango made it, and there's the mango dance!
Wow, that was nail-biting stuff.
Yeah, next time, try biting your own nails.
So the 6 fastest are Derek, Christine, Carolina, Jamie, JC, and Courtney.
Yazoo.
But they'll need far more than just speed in the next round.
Yes, they'll need a packed lunch and practical shoes.
No, they won't. The Stockade doesn't suffer fools gladly. That's why you've never been in there.
True.
So it's time for the Stockade. Remember, 2 attackers will not survive this deadly round.
What happens to the attackers who don't make it through? Is it something really, really awful?
Well, apparently, after the round ends, they go and have a nice hot bath and they get given a hot chocolate each and then sit in front of the telly with a cat.
Haha, do they get marshmallows in the hot chocolate?
It was so stupid.
This isn't a holiday camp. Sounds terrible.
So here are the 6 attackers who desperately want to avoid a hot chocolate with no marshmallows. Jamie, Christine, Derek, Carolina, JC, and Courtney. But all of the attackers start from scratch in this round, so it's anybody's game. Here's the Stockade in more detail. The attackers have to cross the giant spinning hexagon, then leap onto the smaller ones, where they can reach up for their ladder rungs.
These rungs slot into the ladders on the other side of the stockade.
They then have to grab one of 4 flags and make their way out of the stockade to freedom and glory. There is, of course, one more vital piece of the jigsaw that we've kept up our sleeves.
Give it here. No wonder I couldn't finish it.
Right, here are the new defenders.
The stockade welcomes Croc Ness, the reptile with the crocodile smile, Gildar, the Viking who's not to everyone's liking, and Nitrous, our knight in sliming armor.
Nitrous has her eye on you.
So, with just seconds to go, here's how the attackers line up from left to right. We've got JC, Christine, Carolina, Jamie, Courtney, and Derek.
Don't forget Gildar.
They're off, and it's already a splat fest. Jamie and Carolina making great strides, and Christine isn't far behind.
Oh, Carolina already with a rung. Love that sound.
Derek and Courtney struggling to stay on the hexagons.
Splat! Splat!
That's embarrassing.
Do you know what? I think they're just having lots of fun.
Yes, what do they think this is? An entertainment show?
It's all getting messy down there.
Gildar, you magnificent Viking, you've really done it again.
Hello there. Want a taste of some slime?
Oh, what's worth? Croc slime or Gildar smom?
Croc Ness now with a taste for some more sliming, and Nitrous doesn't want to be left out either.
Nitrous is on fire today!
Well, it's a good job we got all that foam then. We ought to start firing there. Now remember, Jamie isn't necessarily playing the same game as the rest of the attackers.
Maybe this time his leaping will save the princess.
Oh, a perfect score, so Jamie can advance to the next rung.
Trouble is, the further you get, the harder it gets. Crockness is sliming again.
And now she sets aside some Courtney. Christine now decides to take a leap of faith.
And ends up with a faith full of foam.
If at first you don't succeed, splat, splat again.
Oh, the defenders had better keep an eye on Jamie and Christine.
Jamie has finished his ladder, and that triggers Nitrous into action. But her aim is off.
Oh, isn't that pretty?
It's like a winter wonderland.
That would make a lovely card.
Yeah, beats the one you sent me last year.
Anyway, back to the game. Christine has actually made it to the top and is through.
Jamie's now also finished, which means there are only 2 flags left and 4 attackers.
Hello?
Splat, Derek's in trouble.
More than he knows because Carolina is also finished.
Well, thanks to the Splat cams, we know where your shoe is, Derek. But we're mean, so we're not going to help you look for it.
Speak for yourself.
All right, go in there and help him then.
I can't, I'm allergic.
To foam?
No, to Gildar.
Sorry about that.
Panic over. Derek has his shoe. Now he needs to panic about 1 flag remaining.
This is where it gets nasty. It's survival of the slimiest.
Oh, as Derek has just proved, he blocks JC.
Well, if you ask me, Tracy hesitated, and she who hesitates is splatted in this game.
But will it pay off? Meanwhile, here's a pop quiz for Nitrous. Which boy band had a #1 hit single with Shine?
Take that!
Is there nothing she doesn't know about the world of pop music?
Back to the contest, and Derek has grabbed the last flag. Courtney's still trying, but surely it's all in vain.
Yes, it is, as Derek becomes the 4th and final attacker through.
And there they are, the triumphant finalists.
So no marshmallows for JC and Courtney and their hot chocolate. They are out.
You know, you're not gonna win this. You're not gonna win this at all. And it's because of your sass.
Gildar, as usual, finding excuses, but it won't affect the outcome. Through to the final are Christine, Jamie, Carolina, and Derek.
You know, the Stockade is my absolute favourite round.
Oh, it's lovely. So now we move on to the finale.
Oh, great, the finale is my absolute favourite round.
Has anyone got a colouring book for Dick? Stand by for plenty of teetering, the odd tosser, and rather worryingly, some happy defenders.
Yeah! It's Splat time!
Why don't we just take a moment to celebrate some classic splats?
We're gonna take you down!
I am Scab! I'm in a good mood today.
And that's why we call it Splatalot.
So we have 4 finalists, but only 1 will succeed in claiming the crown.
Stop right there! As the self-appointed representative of the Defenders, it has come to my attention that unless the attackers are absolutely awful, the Defenders can never win this competition.
But if the good guys don't win, then the audience is going to feel let down, then the show's going to be axed.
Strikes off.
Good. Right, let's get on with it then. Our finalists are Christine, Jamie, Carolina, and Derek. They've got a big challenge on their hands, and only one of them is going to get to rule the kingdom of Splatalot. Well, now you've mentioned them, here they are. Gildar, Ballista, Scab, Crookness, Nitrous, and Shaden. Mean and marvellously moody.
Here's the course. The attackers start by sliding down a pole into the mud bath.
Then it's over the slippy slides and onto the teetering teeter-totters.
Once over the barrier, they leap across the lily pads.
And then the water wall is all that prevents the attackers from claiming the highly coveted crown.
No one said it was going to be easy.
Here's how the attackers line up. Christine is in the pink, Carolina in yellow, Jamie in light blue, and Derek's in the dark blue.
It looks like the Defenders have put all that silly strike nonsense behind them as they prepare for battle.
And down they go into the mud bath.
Don't worry, Ballista's there to clean them up.
And very slick sliding from Christina there.
Not so slick on the teeters, though.
Well, they are probably the hardest obstacles in Splatalot, as Christine is still managing to prove.
Well, she's not on her own. They're all teetering and tottering. And above all, splatting is splatterific, splatacious, and splatastic.
As if the teeters weren't hard enough, Derek's also got the Defenders to deal with.
High five!
Yeah!
Carolina slipping and splatting.
I'm going to politely remind everyone that this is actually a race.
Gildar's just right for telly, don't you think?
And Christine's just right for falling off a teeter. I don't know if that was the response Gildar was after, but that's what he got.
Oh, there we go. Oh, and Jamie's almost over, but Shaden and Scout force him back.
And Nitrous and Crockness also teaming up on Christine. I know the Defenders called off the strike, but we'll definitely be off the air soon if we lose any more cameras.
And Christine now, the first one onto the lily pads.
The Defenders need to step it up. Not far behind is Jamie.
It looks like Ballista and Shaden have heard you. And down he goes.
How about a little slime tasting?
Does she have any choice?
Carolina and Derek are a long way behind now. Can anyone catch Christine? I think she's going to be our new queen.
She's one leap away now. And she's made it. No, she hasn't.
It's all about the elbows, you see. Get your elbows onto the platform and you'll be OK. Otherwise, the course will just give you the elbow.
That's it. Now jump.
Will this allow the others back into the race?
Jamie finally makes it over the barrier and he might now catch up with Christine.
Who leaps again and fails again?
I don't think Derek will affect the result, and it's all about Christine and Jamie.
I think Scab has something to say about that. And Jamie now leaping into the lead, and Christine slips just at the wrong moment.
It's raining!
Jamie leaps, and he's made it.
Once again, Jamie seems to be playing his own game on his own terms. Is he still trying to save that princess?
Well, what a comeback. There he goes up the water wall, and what must Christine be thinking?
Don't give up. Keep on moving.
She's probably thinking, shut up, Scab.
Jamie's almost there.
Carolina isn't.
No one can touch him now. Ooh. Game over for the game gamer.
Bad luck, Christine.
All hail King Jamie. Splatalot's got a new king in town.
Don't cheer him on. It's not your job to cheer him on.
Gildar needs to worry about his own job, but well done, Jamie. Has anyone told him there isn't actually a princess?
No, you've got to feel sorry for Christine.
What? Do I have to?
Yes.
OK. Sorry, Christine.
Good. But in a way, we're all winners because we've seen some fantastic attacking.
Brilliant defending.
And on top of that, we've seen some amazing splat.
Here's Splat of the Day. As usual, there were so many to choose from. Each round and each attacker splatted valiantly, but in the end, there can only be one. And that one was Derek, with this beauty in the first round. Once again, the impossible incline delivered, and Derek soon lost his footing. And then he almost lost his head. From any angle, it had to be our Splat of the Day.
You're better than all right, Derek. You're distinctly above average. Let's remind ourselves how Jamie made it to the Splatalot crown.
I'm gonna stay the princess and look good doing it.
He was full of energy in round one.
Nope, take that all back.
However, he recovered with perfect scores and the right results in the Stockade. He then leapt into the lead in round three, and despite not saving the princess, King Jamie is now on another level.
Well, I've always wanted to be saved.
I don't think you're exactly what Jamie had in mind. Bye for now.
I saved the princess and looked good doing it.
No one's told him yet, have they?
No.